Hey everybody, I'm Jaz Dhami and you're watching BritAsia TV. Aitvaar, you know, this song kind of like, the way it came about was really quick. There's a producer in India called V-Rax. I've been hearing his stuff like for so many years, man, but finally got a chance to work with him on this vibe. With a writer called Jaz Singh come in, and he kind of made the beat in advance, and he's like, you know, I got this beat, and I'm like, yo, I like this, man, it sounds cool. And then the writer came in, we started composing it, and it's just within 25-30 minutes the song was made. The whole sketch of the song was made, and we just kind of laid it down, and the rest is just out there, man. Oh, B-Funk, yeah. I've been a fan of their work for a while, man. I've been seeing all of their videos and seeing what they've been doing in North America, and it's only fair to kind of get them in on a song where I feel they can match the energy. But the initial plan was to do the initial plan wasn't to do a video for this actual song, but then our team was like, you know what, we need to do a video because the energy of this song is sick. But we don't want to do the typical like Bhangra kind of video. We want to do something that's different. So put our minds together, and Chaya came up with a wicked concept, and I think the way she delivered it is so sick. I mean, everyone's loving the vibe of the video, especially the kid, especially in the Batman car. It's so sick, man. And I think the one thing that sets it apart from a lot of videos is that it's just fun. Like, you know, there's a lot of videos that come out that are quite serious, even in the Bhangra stuff. They've got the energy, but it's very formatted and it's very the same, I would say. But for this video, it's like we've just got an energy, and the kids and the dancers come in, and it's just cool, man. And I think B-Funk's completely smashed it. So big shout to them. Yeah, a lot of artists don't produce albums simply because I think it's because the kind of whole trend of albums is kind of gone, as what people think. But I come from a generation where I've always grown up listening to albums, and you know, reading the inlays and just reading about who's produced the albums, and I've wanted to do an album for a while. Like, even the songs from like 2000 onwards, 2012, sorry. Like High Heels, Punjabi Boli, Meh, Zulfa, Beper, they were meant to be part of an album, but what happened was the whole singles trend kind of kicked off. But I was like, yo, it's been like 9 years since I delivered an album, and I really want to do an album. So all these songs, like, I've been making these songs for a while, and yeah, I just wanted to put a piece of work out that represents me and the transitional period as me as an artist. It would have to be Faisla, simply because I'll tell you a little story about Faisla. So Faisla is the 5th song on the album, and I was reserving this song for a Bollywood film, and I was like, you know, I had Salman Khan's name on it because I just picturized Salman Khan with Kareena Kaif, and it needed to be like picturized like there's a film that came out. There's a song that came called Mashallah. I love the vibe of the music, the way it's picturized, this Arabic kind of feel. So I thought, you know what, I kind of want to emulate that in this song. So I did that. I had the song ready for a couple of years, but then Salman Khan unfortunately didn't pick it up. He wasn't ready for it, I'd say. So I thought, you know what, I love the vibe, I love the melodies, I love the way it's been written. I want to put it on my album, so I took it to V-Rax, and we just vibed on it for like a day. I mean, I recorded the guitars in Punjab like 4 years ago, so we had the kind of structure of the song ready, and then from that I'd say within the week it's finished, and I think it's got a great energy, man. I think the composition and the way it's been delivered, I think it represents me and what I'm about. It's composition and melodies, man. सोनिए नी तेरे पीछे हो गए मजबूर वे छड़ बैठे जग सारा हो के तेथों दूर वे करनी है दस केड़ी गल दा गरूर वे रूप तू भी मंगे आवे रब दे हजूर वे I just made so many songs. Like there wasn't a particular structure of the way I made this album. It was just I was feeling like, for example, Oi Hoy, I was feeling the vibe when I was living in Punjab, staying in Punjab. I was there for like a couple of weeks and I was like, yo, I like this vibe. So that came about like that. And then Faisla, like I told you earlier on, it was just a song that I've made years ago, but I kind of wanted to put it in the album. But there wasn't a set structure. I just wanted to make an album that represents me, which is why it's called Pieces of Me, but also represents the old me and then represents the new me, which is like the transitional period of me. Like for example, the first 4 songs on the album first 3 are quite desi, and when I say desi I mean Punjabi Bhangra, I would say. And I think in the UK especially, people know me for like Thekke Wali and the desi stuff, but I would say internationally what people know me for is songs like Zulfa. And I mean, so I wanted to have that flavor in the album, like So Simple had that flavor, but then also I wanted to have the future of me, which is like Ha, for example, and the 8th track and last track on the album, because that's kind of the direction and the vibe I'm going for, because I love experimenting with new sounds, with new producers, and that's kind of how the album kind of came about, man, and the way the track listing kind of worked out for me as well. The current state of Punjabi music, it's interesting, man. I think the whole kind of scope of Punjabi music for me has completely changed, because there's so many influences that come in from international producers, I would say. That's been going on for years anyway, I know, but it's just, I think the actual quality of the visuals have improved, but I think the one thing that I'm a bit disappointed about is the lack of composition used in Punjabi music, man, because like Punjabi music has got such a rich element to it, and the melodies have played such a massive part in how Punjabi music was formed, but I think we're losing that kind of. But I think lyrically Punjabi music's getting a little stronger. There's more innovation in the way things are written, especially from Punjab. There's a lot more like before it was a lot about nachna tapna, all that stuff, but now it's about concepts, it's about situations, it's about certain moments in your life, or certain moments in I don't know, in a writer's maybe day-to-day life, I should say. So I think that's how it's improved in terms of lyrically. There's more scope and there's more kind of freedom in the way people write. So I think that's one good element of it. But musically, I think there's a little decline in the way things are produced, man. I think the visual concepts are wicked, like the way everything's been packaged together. But I think musically, it's not as rich as it used to be, man. Do I think the UK Bhangra scene will ever return? Yeah, man. I think as long as we've got someone like True School, man, I think it'll always be there. He keeps it real, he keeps it Bhangra, he keeps it 100 to Bhangra in the UK. So yeah, I don't think it's ever gone. As long as he's there and Shinda Paji's there, I think it'll still stay in the UK. It's just one thing I really want to see more of in the UK is experiments, man. I mean, I think we get lost in this, like even to my music, is that people call me a Bhangra singer, but if you think about all the songs that I've made, they haven't been all Bhangra. Some of them have been Bhangra, like Thekke Wali is probably one of my first biggest songs in the UK, which is Bhangra, but then you've got songs like High Heels, and then songs like even Zulfa, which were big songs for me in the UK, which weren't Bhangra. So when we're talking about Bhangra, yeah, I think it'll always remain, because people in England they've always loved Punjabi music, always loved Bhangra. But I think Punjabi music in general, I think it'll always stay here. What have I got coming up for the rest of the year? I've just collaborated with Upside Down, which he produced the last track on my album as well, called Ha, and there's a song called Cyclone coming out with him. There's a song from Manj Music's album coming out in collaboration with Secunda Scalo, and there's a whole load of stuff, man. I'm working on an EP, really exciting EP. I don't want to give too much away, but it's really sounding more like the sound of the EP is really mainstream, and the way the sonics that are used in the EP, that they've gone more towards experimental and also I would say mainstream sounding, but with Punjabi and R&B kind of melody. So that kind of stuff is what that EP is what I'm really looking forward to, and obviously the collaborations that I've worked on. ओ वादा करके गई सी ऐतवार दा, दे जा नी जवाब साडे प्यार दा. Thanks for watching, guys. Check out my brand new single Aitvaar and the album Pieces of Me.